Virtus.pro's turn to pick.
You may now select your heroes.
Idea of just not letting yourself be delayed at that high ground or even tier 2s. Use that Nether Blast to push yourself forward, gain that momentum. And one thing that I really like is that this idea of trying to chase the Arc Warden when he's trying to get this Midas. Like, again, this was a first pick Arc Warden. So you know what this guy's doing. You have 5 heroes to try and counter that. So try and find him when he's getting this Midas done. And I think this core Phoenix should be able to help do that.
As we're seeing our player introductions here, VP has already countered one of the observers that Secret put down at that top bounty rune on the dire side of the map. So victory for VP out of the gate as these initial runes come out.
The battle
also going to be a tough game for this Dazzle. It's been a go-to pick for solo a lot of this tournament, but OD, one of the absolute best heroes to counter that shallow grave outside of Axe, of course. You pop it, you put him inside the Astral, you get that guaranteed damage. If you time it right, it's going to be a kill every single time.
Yeah, very little recourse when you come back out of that too. Maybe perhaps there'll be a raindrop save or something, but there's not a whole lot you can do. So Steve Solo can have that impact. On top of that, he also has to worry about this hero that's so good at crashing into those fights of the Pangolier. Someone that was highlighted pretty heavily at Dream League, the minor leading teams here to Kuala Lumpur. But not a lot of success here so far for the old Pango. But we talked about counters in the mid lane to the OD. They're few and far between these days. The Sniper was mentioned, of course, as well as the Lina. You're talking about outranging, but this idea of, well, there's the bubbles that you have to play against. So I really like this choice in the Pugna for even the laning stage too.
Pasha taking a lot of harassment up here in the top lane, as we can see by our beautiful split screen. The level 1 Phoenix very low on armor, and Puppey continuing to be the big bad bully that you would expect out of an Ogre Magi. Even in that bottom lane, Zai also taking a lot of damage. 3 mangoes, a couple of tangos. He's ready for the harassment, but has not been easy as this lane gets started. Yapzor forced into a telekinesis as Solo drops the poison.
Yeah, and this is definitely when Virtus.pro have looked at their best. When Solo's playing this Dazzle and just doing such a good job of harassing out here in that laning stage. But you can see up top now, Roger going to find himself.
Is this a first blood? Pasha in some trouble. That's an easy one. Nisha gets the bonus gold, but
yeah, I mean, you gotta love the way Puppey's played these 2 games. First he starts with the Voodoo Restoration level 1 on the Witch Doctor. Now he just starts with Bloodlust. He's just punching. It's that simple. And helps to bring down the kill.
Wow. Don't see that Bloodlust level 1 too often, but pays some dividends in this one.
Both teams just kind of manipulating the creep waves here on the side lanes, while the mid lane, it's still that classic showdown, 7-3 to 5-2. No one really popping off here.
Not quite yet. Slight advantage for the Pugna. We'll see how it goes once a few more levels come out. Early rune spawn. It's going to be Puppey that picks it up. There's an invisibility now on this Ogre. Yeah,
not the easiest hero to make work, but he has the skill point here, so he can take the Fire Blast, and no one is really deep.
Here's the wraparound. He went up to the high ground. Puppey with the body block. He's got the stun to start things off.
There's no Astral, though. Midone had already used it, so that's okay. Puppey will leave, and he's going to bring us back to a very classic combo. Back in the old days, when OD was picked, you always wanted some sort of an attack speed buff. Some games, it was the Beastmaster with the Inner Beast, just to increase his speed that he'd have with the Arcane Orbs. And the Bloodlust was also a very common one from the Ogre Magi. It was actually one of the few times you'd even see him picked.
Yeah, that pressure, though, did force a TP from Solo. It ended up getting canceled, but a little bit of wasted gold, and of course does get that TP on cooldown.
Yeah, absolutely harassing back and forth. We'll give him a little bit of a cliff work there. Very nice. Yeah,
cute little play. And the aggressive tip for
I was going to say, you're supposed to wait till you get the tip back on that play. I feel like.
That's not right.
That's just a little bit rude.
Up top now, Pasha continuing to take so much harassment in this lane. The Ogre Arc Warden, not a lane duo you normally think of, but boy, do they know how to bully.
Yeah, at least now they can use the Tower Armor Aura to try and bully some of this constant harassment of the Bloodlust versus your very low armor on the Phoenix.
Not while I'm around. Swift sorcery.
Cycle shall be complete!
My bow is drawn.
They will burn!